like the Luoyi pick here up against a lot of melee that Onic have drafted for themselves. That's a lot of damage, my guy.
I'm sorry, but I gotta say, if they play it well, they
one as both Onic Esports and Malvinas Gaming. A very, very aggressive draft. Let's head on over to the Land of Dawn for match number 1.
In match number 1, man, I'm looking at the mid lane. How are they really going to play this out? Especially because we saw Franco yesterday, especially with the Legend skin, but he's not using the Legend skin. This is a nerf. He should have used the Legend skin, man, because somehow the hook rate with that is like, what, like 80%? It's insane when you use the Legend skin on this Franco.
It's definitely a buff if you use that particular skin. We saw Mara pop off on that Franco pick, but here in the early game, against a Cho and a Luoyi, it's going to be very difficult because there's not a lot of burst damage available for the side of Onic Esports. In a prolonged fight, maybe something can be done here, but right now Kiboy is just zoning Steve away, ensuring that the jungle denial does not happen yet again.
Yeah, jungle denial is very, very important. But right now, looking at MVG as well as Onic, it's look like they're not really forcing anything just yet. So maybe because even they see this as a very, very high risk. And I want to see them make a play. If not, they're just giving Kyrie way too much space, man.
And right now in the gold lane, CW is doing pretty well for himself. He's zoning away Yokru, and without any assistance, it's going to be very difficult for this carry to try and get anything. So already Onic displaying a higher level of macro, but look at the mid lane though. Kyrie is playing with fire.
It's his signature hero, man. It's his favorite hero to play, and we get to finally see it here at the world stage. But I do want to actually talk a little bit more about that gold lane matchup, because hey, that's my main hero too. Me and CW, we're brothers. CW, 1-1. Up against the carry, you do have a winning lane. It comes down to a bit of a skill matchup, right? It's definitely advantageous for the 1-1, but as long as you dodge from the spinning light wheel from the carry, you're all good to go. You could just all in, and there's nothing Jokru can really do if he's solo. And CW has actually manipulated the wave so well to get a level advantage here early on to put on even more pressure towards the gold lane while his team sets up for the turtle.
Right now, looking at the situation, Malvinas Gaming is they're really trying to get this turtle. And Harley, I want to see if he can actually get a very, very big pull with his skill 1 and skill 2 combo. But looking at it, man, it looks like Onic, they're actually splitting their own attention, because at the bottom lane, Kiboy is waiting for carry to make a mistake. So it looks like Onic, they're being slightly passive. They just want to establish vision and then try to see if they can use that vision to set up some kind of kill for themselves. They're not really looking at the turtle, they're just looking at kills.
They seem to be trying to make sure that Jokru needs to walk up and then want to engage on him using Kiboy on that Franco. But Jokru has been very, very patient, just leaving farm out. And now Steve seems to be the main target for the side of Onic.
Steve gonna be caught there by the bloody hunt, and that's first blood over to Onic Esports. And it's one of the worst targets for Onic Esports to get a kill on, right? It's CW on that 1-1, a signature pick, and you could already see the rotations here from Onic. They're going pretty aggressive.
Yeah, like I said, right now it looks like they're not really thinking of objectives. They're just trying to rack up some kills, and I kind of feel like they're playing for the mid game. The early stages of the game, they kind of don't care so much, so I'm looking at the second or third turtle for Onic to really show their true colors, because for now, looks like CW got caught!
What a brilliant use of that ultimate from the Luoyi, getting to the back, not giving vision at all, and Steve is here over in the gold lane, using the way to dragon to lock Kiboy up, and it's another kill over to Prince Fran. 2 kills on the board as Rian rotates back down to save his turret, but man, MVG, they're utilizing the Luoyi so well.
It's a clean performance. That is such a creative use. And on the other side, you even see Dragon rotate to the mid lane to ensure that the lanes are all still being controlled. So Malvinas showing a lot of macro gameplay here, matching Onic in that department. That is definitely a very impressive feat.
Hey, that's what I want to see, but I want to see more of it, because if you understand where Onic is around the map, you have a lot of ways to control Onic with the Cho, with the Luoyi, and then if everyone's controlled, because looking at Prince Friend, he's not going for a tanky build. He's using the mage emblem, so this is a damaged Karina. So as long as no one really hits her, she could potentially get the first Savage of M4.
First Savage of N4. It's a tall order, but Malvinas might be able to make it happen. We'll have to see how the fights play out, because so far it's been skirmishes. In the big, massive team fights, I do think that Malvinas has, in a way, better of a composition, more crowd control, more AoE. Onic seems to be a lot more geared towards the skirmishes.
And you know, to add on to that, we said it, Onic Esports into the draft have been struggling a bit. We saw it against Todak, and now we're seeing it again against Malvinas. Kyrie going to be able to steal the purple buff away, and in the gold lane, we're seeing a gank already with Jokeru flickering out, but still getting hit by the Bloody Hunt as Drian brings him back with a knockout strike right there, and Steve is going to be able to actually go up, zone the other members away while CW takes the turret. Prince Fran going to be there, Kiboy gets a massive hook, but there's no follow-up from Onic Esports. Both teams back away, and Onic finally get that gold lead back into their hands.
Honestly, looking at this game right now, I do want to ask Arashi, where I'm looking at both gold laners, the 1-1 as well as the carry. If we really go towards, like, I don't know, like a 17-minute game, which one is like more prevalent in the late game in this current meta? Is it still the 1-1 or is it the carry?
I think carry will be doing a lot more damage, considering that in team fights, the damage isn't really reliant on combos and on skills, right? As long as Jokeru is auto-attacking, basic attacking again and again, that damage will eventually stack up. And in the late game with full items, that is a lot of damage for both any squishy member or the tanky member. But if Onic Esports want to actually get CW popping off on that 1-1, they need like a proper setup, a proper engage. And now it does seem like they're attempting to make something happen.
Kiboy is looking for it right now, man. They can see it. They go for the hook. Steve is going to be caught by the Bloody Hunt as well. And that's the pickoff composition that Onic Esports have built for themselves, right? We mentioned it. In the team fights, they might not be able to actually face off against Malvinas Gaming.
Kiboy.
But when it comes down to the team fights here, the pickoff potential, Kiboy finds a hook onto Prince Fran. Kyrie jumps in, gets a shadow kill in with the killing spree. And it is just Kyrie going back and forth. 2 kills on the board by Kiboy. That's the setup.
Dude, that was amazing. Like, okay, fine. Legend skin, no legend skin. It looks like the hooks are being very cooperative for today, and that is very smart because he flanked to the side because, okay, I got to make sure they don't see this coming, and that was an amazing play. 1.6k goal lead. Onic is ahead, but again, they're ahead because they're able to kind of like split the fight off. And that's great. If they go for a team fight, it might not be so good. So as long as they keep their focus, this could be their game.
Well, Harley's going to be caught there as Drian is able to flank all the way. CW is looking for one more. Way too aggressive. Gets picked off in the process as Kyrie has been going onto the turtle, just poking it down, picking it up for his team. Kiboy now caught. Going to be brought back by his team, but has the flicker. Dragon very close from that iron hook. Is going to be able to back off though.
That was a very creative engage, using the stolen teleport coming in from Drian, just getting all the way behind Malvinas Gaming, and then using their own weapons against themselves. Unfortunately, as we saw earlier, CW was just a bit overeager to make that kind of play happen, but Kiboy is already yet again on the hunt. He has his sights set on Jokeru.
Jokeru going to be targeted down here as Kyrie jumps in, uses the shadow kill over to Jokeru, but the RNG does not favor him. It's still going to be Jokeru, Coleman down. Kiboy running away as CW pops across Boltang onto Harley. Not going to be able to find that, and it's actually CW who gets taken down. Dragon still hunting, but that's the way the Dragon's stolen away by Drian, kicking Dragon back, and to actually disengage from this. Kyrie still doing all that he can with those quad shadows, but it is just going to be a stalemate. Both teams backing off, no more kills on the board.
Yeah, looking at that situation, I gotta say, man, because CW, it looks like he can reliably trigger the ult, but he's got to be careful of his positioning because more often than not, when everyone else is backing away, CW is going in front, and that is flashy. You know, like you want to get those crazy kills, but it looks like the damage is not there just yet. He's got to be a little bit mindful about when he goes in and where he positions himself.
Well, let's take a look at the instant replay for the previous fight. It all began with that play onto Jokeru, and unfortunately for Onic, it just took a bit too long for that kill to be secured.
Yeah.
But they were still able to secure the kill, and CW goes for this play, but he lands way too close in the midst of 3 members of Malvinas. And as you mentioned, Lofel, I think that with this composition, CW can play a bit more reactive and use the crossbow of Tang as an outplay tool instead of an offensive tool, and maybe he'll have a lot more success in surviving these big team fights.
Well, once again, we're going to have to see how this plays out. CW is going to be able to catch them, but it's going to be CW who's the one who gets slain. Kiboy in the midst of it all going to be taken down as well. Prince Fran, oh my god! Almost just baiting it right amount of time for Drian to pick up a kill, but Drian now is able to actually maneuver out. Kyrie jumps in with a double kill, goes in for the shadow kill to pick up a triple, and Kyrie gets it done for Onic Esports.
I gotta say, man, like that looked cool, but I got to say mistake from Dragon. He used the split play. He should have stayed close to his team because Kyrie was aiming for just one person. If Dragon was there actually was a situation where Malvinas Gaming could have gotten more kills, but either way, great engagement from Malvinas Gaming, but now Kyrie is using this opportunity to try and start the Lord, but it looks like Dragon is not going to let him do that.
Dragon on the glue, man. We're going to have to see how much time he buys for his team as he goes in for that split, but all doing this points. Oh my god, again! It's Prince Fran who comes in clutch and saves the day. Onic Esports have nowhere to go right now, but Dragon's going to be taken down. It's a shadow kill over to Harley, as now Malvinas have to move back. The Iron Hook does not connect. It's going to be the way the Dragon locking Prince Fran down, and that's a double kill picked up by Dreon, the Lord as well. Dreon is an absolute monster as he's looking to claim a Maniac, but Kiboy, his own teammate, says, no, I want some time too.
And just like that, that's a wipe out for Onic. What? That was so insane, man. Malvinas were able to actually get the initial advantage. CW was picked off, but it doesn't even matter. With all the resources already used in that team fight, Onic were able to just and just wipe the whole floor with Malvinas Gaming. Kyrie on cleanup duty has been so intelligent with when he goes into these fights.
Yeah, this does show a little bit of experience because Onic, the moment they saw the engagement coming in from Malvinas, they just backed off, and Malvinas kind of didn't get the message because their HP was below half, way below half, and they still tried to fight it out, and I kind of feel like that was the biggest mistake. Looking at the player head-to-head now, CW as well as Joe Crew, the average KDA for CW as well as gold per minute is looking much better, and the average damage per minute, even though he keeps getting ganked, he makes sure he deals the damage before he gets taken down.
He's actually been kind of like that tank, right? He's the one baiting out all the resources, and Dreon has been the carry with Kyrie. As now, they are going to make their way for themselves towards that mid lane with the Lord, who's trying his best to just delay that Lord push with that top lane being pushed in. Dragon still buying some time, jumps in with a split, but got his Kiboy! My goodness gracious! With an Iron Hook out of nowhere out to Harley, as Kyrie jumps into the back line with a shadow kill, and that's going to be stiff falling down as well. Prince Fran's going to be taken down with a crossbow tang, and it's translated over to Dragon. Onic Esports with a 9.7k gold lead. They're going to go for Dragon before they end the game. Now they're still going for it. The winner Truncheon was popped in, but it's a wipe